I hope everybody is doing well. I'm just focusing my other camera on me. Thank you, Deanna. I'm gonna put the intro information in the description box as I normally do. The intro music actually came from the free music, the the beat, the beat and the music. That came from the YouTube free library, music. But the actual lyrics came from my niece, who her name is Thailand Music. I'm gonna put her name in the chat, but it'll also be in the description box as well. But her name is Thailand. She's a rapper, singer. Um, she's working on her third album. She's getting really popular. She's from Omaha, Nebraska, where I'm from, and she's a beast. She's a beast on the mic, like real spit. She has some serious flow, and she has been introduced to a lot of people recently within the last year from like Atlanta. She's working with people in Atlanta on her music, and she's been in concerts and everywhere. So if y'all don't know her, please go to her YouTube channel. Matter of fact, let me put her link in the chat for her YouTube channel. She's on Twitter, she's on YouTube, she's on Facebook. Her name is Ty Lynn, and her she's a beast. And on her YouTube channel, it's a lot of music videos with her rapping. So you can check her out. Hey Tanaya, how you doing? I'm live on both of my channels this morning. Um on the Hood Table channel. I'm trying to really promote the Hood Table channel. That's why I'm going live also on my Tanya's Primetime TV channel so that you guys can go over to the Hood Table and subscribe to that channel so you can catch me live over there so I don't have to go live on both channels. Let me put her link in here real quick. Yes, Daphne. Yes, my sister Daphne. Yep. That's her. Yep, Ken. You know. Yep, Daphne and Tylin. Daphne is a singer. She sung all her life from like the age of 3 or 4, and her daughter is Tylin, who she's known in the industry as Tylin Music. And so she gets a lot of her skills. She get it from her mama. Hey. But yes. So hey everybody on the Times Prime Time. I have a little camera to the side. I'm gonna try to make sure I look over at y'all from time to time. But if y'all could please go over to the Hood Table channel, DAHOOD table. Please go over to my The Hood Table channel. That's where I'm going live from right now too. So yeah, but I just put her link in the chat. Thailand Music. Check her out. She has a lot of videos over there. So she's really good. Good rapper. But excuse me. First off, before we start talking about this Nick Gordon situation with his death from overdosing of drugs, I want to make sure you guys know that tonight on the Hood Table channel, that's another reason why I'm going live on both my platforms, because I want to make sure the Tanya's Primetime Squad go to the Hood Table and subscribe to that channel, because we have a very important interview that we're going to be doing tonight on the Hood Table channel. We're going to have a clinical psychologist tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Hood Table channel. And oh, is that my link? Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought I put in Thailand's link. Hold on. Hold on. Are you sure? Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Uh Dang, I copy and pasted her link. Is that not? Okay, let me try it again. Thailand. Okay. Alright, let me try this. Okay, is that one it? Okay, okay. I think I put the right link in now. I think I put the right link in now. So yeah, try clicking on that link. I think that's the right link. I don't know why maybe I forgot to hit copy. Yeah, I think I forgot to hit copy before. But I just put the right link in. So yeah, that's her. That's my niece's YouTube channel. That's my niece's YouTube channel that I just put in the link. But yes, tonight, we are going to be doing a interview with a clinical psychologist on the Hood Table channel, and it's going to be a very important discussion that's not too many people tend to discuss a lot. It is regarding sex trafficking, especially with children, and especially in the African American community, and sexual abuse within our African American families. Hey, Charity Robinson. Hey, how you doing, boo? Please come over to the Hood Table channel. Please come over to the Hood Table channel. DA Hood Table. Please leave the prime time and come over to the Hood Table channel and subscribe to that channel. That's where we are going to be live. I'm going to be doing lives on each platform, different content on each platform. So I want to make sure you guys are subscribed to both channels. Tonight, this discussion that we're going to be speaking about is going to go into great detail regarding sex trafficking. As many of you guys know, it's millions of people missing that have never been, bodies have never been found, especially children, especially in the black community, especially black women. So, we're going to be discussing in great detail sex trafficking tonight and sexual abuse that goes on within a lot in the African American family. So, that's what we're going to be discussing tonight. Yes, that would be a good one. So, I've been sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. So again, I hope you guys tune in 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Uh, we're going to be live on StreamYard. So we're going to also be taking phone calls tonight as well. We're going to have the phone lines open because we want to make sure that you guys, if you have any questions to ask our special guest, that you can call in and ask her, or you can type your questions in the chat. You can do that too if you don't want to call in, but we're definitely going to have the phone lines open tonight. Tonight. So, and her name is Shalia. Her name is Shalia. She's from Texas, and she's an expert in this topic, this field of study, and has been studying sexual trafficking. And so with that being said, please make sure you are subscribed to the Hood Table channel, DA Hood Table channel. And there should, if you go to the Hood Table channel, you'll see the link for the video that we're doing tonight. Matter of fact, let me go to it real quick. I can post it in the chat as well. And that way you can make sure that you tune in tonight and you have the link also so that you can share on your, if you have over 1,000 subscribers and you have a excuse me, and you have a community tab, you can share the link on your community tab, and then you can also share it on your Facebook, your IG, your Twitter, wherever. Just please share it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I had to get that out the way. But as far as this situation, this untimely death of Nick Gordon, who is the ex-boyfriend of Kristina, of Bobby Kristina Brown, who we know it was is um Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown's daughter. This is like, I don't know if it was unexpected for a lot of his close loved ones, but it was really unexpected in the social media. I mean, a couple of years ago, it was said that he was off the drugs. He was trying to turn over a leaf, trying to start his life over. He was taking all these, he was going through all these programs, drug counseling, all this kind of stuff, after Christina's death. And then he dies of an overdose. I, I'm like, I don't want to say, like some people say, when things always happen or always go wrong in a specific family, they like to call it the family curse. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to deaths, especially when it comes to uh, a certain type of way that somebody has died, or you know what I mean. I really hate to use that term, like a family curse, especially because he wasn't actually related to them. That was kind of like Whitney Houston's godson. um so like I just wanted to discuss this, because it's just crazy, and everybody is doing commentary on it. And I'm a little late. I'm a little late, but it is what it is. As y'all can tell, I'm still sniffing a little, so I'm still kind of under the weather. But I'm taking my medicine so I can make sure I can get through our interview tonight. And then I was out in the cold last night. If y'all missed the video that I uploaded last night, I had covered footage of a hit and run accident here in town in Omaha, and it was cold last night. I was out in the cold taking pictures and recording and talking to the police and stuff like that. So, child, pray for a sister. Please pray for a sister. But you said I knew he would pass on. I expected it. You expected it too, Cheeky and Aisha. You expected it. It's just I don't know. I actually, honestly, like I never forgot about Whitney. That's like somebody we could never, ever, ever, ever forget about. Ever. Our songbird. We will never forget her. I never forgot about her daughter. But when it comes to him, even though he was found guilty, of being responsible for her death, like financially, like legally, he was financially, I think it was like $36 million or something like that they said he had to pay. It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. They family won the civil case for the death of Bobby Christina. And even though his lawyer continued to say, he was innocent of all criminal charges, he was found to be, liable for $36 million. Um, so I wonder if that might have drove him back to doing drugs, because they had said that he was sober. He has 2 years after her death, they said he was sober now. And but then last year, when they told him he got to pay $36 million, and I'm like, $36 million. This man is a landscaper. Like for one, he's a landscaper. He has like a regular job. So I'm like, how the heck you gonna get $36 million out of somebody who has a regular job? He's a landscaper. He plants grass and flowers and digs up dirt and make people's yards look nice. Like $36 million. I don't know. That probably drive me insane. I don't know if it'll drive me to drugs, but when you've already been, addicted to things like, drugs, crack, heroin, meth, whatever, your taste buds crave for, something like that. I don't know. Mike could have possibly drove him back to doing drugs. Yeah, hey Go Go. Hey, what's up? Everybody on the Titans Prime Time channel, please head over to the Hood Table channel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go over to the Titans Prime Time channel right now and comment from the Hood Table so y'all can have a link. So y'all can click directly on the link. And also right now in the chat, I'm putting the link to our live interview tonight on sex trafficking and sexual abuse within the African American families, communities. So I just put that link in the Hood Table chat. That is the link to the interview for tonight. So make sure you click on that link that I just put in the chat so you can tune in tonight. This important conversation that needs to be had more often. And that's sexual abuse, especially in the African American community, especially in our own families with our own children by our own family. Like, yeah, we really need to have a conversation on that. Hey, storyteller with music. Hey, Miss Naturally Knowles. We are on the Hood Table channel, the Hood Table channel right now. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna click off this live on Times Prime Time in a minute. I'm trying to make sure everybody gets over to the Hood Table channel. But yeah, 37, 36 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, as Cardi B would say, a lot of money. You said people that have never been addicted, it is very hard to understand, Cheeky, very hard to understand. I mean, I could never fully understand, um, excuse me, what it's like to be addicted to hardcore drugs. I used to smoke cigarettes and black and milds. So I know what it's like to be addicted to nicotine. Um, See you later, Cheeky. I know what it's like to be addicted to nicotine, but I don't necessarily understand what it's like being addicted to drugs. But I know that it's really, 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 really hard for people um who have addictions. And the results of those addictions, like losing your family, losing your children, losing your job, your homes, your career, all the money you might have in the bank. I mean, I and it's like you can look on the outside in and say these people, especially these rich and famous people, who do more drugs than the average person because they are financially able to purchase drugs, especially in large bulk. In large bulk, they have connects who will bring them any amount of drugs that they want. They can go to any party, any person's house, sometimes anybody's studio, anybody's studio, and get drugs. Like, really. Hey, Castro, we're on the Hood Table channel. We're on the Hood Table channel. I'm going to be closing this Tanya's Prime Time link down in a second. I'm just making sure you guys get over to the Hood Table channel. But, yeah, so it's like, it's really hard to understand, and I never judge. I mean, I even have people in my own family who have been addicted to drugs, some who are still addicted to drugs, and we try really hard not to judge them. We try really hard not to judge them. Um, but it it can be very damaging. It can be very damaging to the family. I don't know what his family is going through right now. I don't know how they are taking this right now, but I know they got to be taking it really, really hard. Uh, this is crazy. I mean, Whitney, then her daughter's ex boyfriend. And again, I don't like believe in family curses or nothing like that, but this is wild. This is really wild. It's really crazy. And if you ever know anybody to get addicted to drugs, like they said that Nick, he had got off the drugs, he had went sober, he was doing better, he had got a job on the right track. And then, I have also read somewhere where, he used to be abusive to Bobby Christina, right? Y'all do know that, right? He used to be abusive to Bobby Christina. Girlfriends after that, he was also abusive to them as well. Um, these addictions that go on in our families, it's like, I'm reading some of y'all comments. Hey Fee, hey Tanaya. You said the things with these drugs nowadays, they're adding house. Yep, 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 yep. I had told a story um about a month ago, I think, and I won't say the person's name, but it's an individual in my family. I have found out that they had had a situation where they had went um to a, I don't even think it was a party. I think it was just they just went over their friend's house. They went over their friend. No, it was their cousin. They went over their cousin's house, and they were over there smoking weed and drinking and just doing whatever. And when the person came home late at night, when the person came home late at night, everybody else in the household was asleep. But somebody woke up because they heard all these noises and all this commotion, and they went downstairs, and the person who had came home was just wilding out, and they said their eyes was like bloodshot red, and they were screaming and swinging and just yelling, and but they said everything they were saying was like uncomprehendable. They couldn't even really understand what they were saying. Um, and then the parents came downstairs. The father came downstairs, like, what's going on? The child who came home all crazy swung on the parent, started fighting the parent, and the other parent, the mother, just immediately like was like, something's wrong, my child, something's wrong, my child. Let's take him to the hospital. So they took him to the hospital, and to come to find out, you know how it is when you have a child and they are over the age of consent. Even if you want to go into the hospital room, you cannot, if the child doesn't allow you. Uh, you can't even get like specific information if there's something wrong with your child. And this has happened to me before with my own son. He had went to the hospital. I think he had the flu. He had the flu, something like that. And I'm coming in the room with him because he's 18. I'm coming in the room with him. He's on my medical insurance. I'm paying for him till he turns 24. I pay $200 a month for family insurance. So and it didn't hit me that he was now 18, and I just can't just sit there and listen to certain things that the doctor is telling my child unless he gives permission. And it didn't hit me till the lady said, now the next questions we're going to ask, do you want your mother in the room or do you want your mother not in the room? And I'm looking like, huh? What? Why wouldn't I be in the room? And then he was like, what kind of questions? And the lady told him, the nurse said, come here. And he looked at the paper and she said, do you want your mother out the room? And he said, yeah, mom, you gotta go. I was like, what do you mean I gotta go? Why I gotta go? What y'all about to talk about? Are you doing it? Are you having sex? Have you ever had something that I don't know about? What y'all about to ask? And he was like, mom. And so I walked out the room. I was like, ugh, what? Ugh. Ugh. I was frustrated, but it passed. It passed quickly. I got over it. But that was the same thing that happened to this mother when they start talking about certain things. She couldn't be in the room, and afterwards when it was time to take him home, she was like, what's wrong with him, and they was like, well, he would have to tell you if he wanted to tell you. The only thing the doctor would tell her was make sure he never ever ever takes any drugs from anybody else. And so the mom was like, okay, what? She still to this day don't know what her son took. She still this day. One second, let me type in the hood table. I'm gonna comment. Hey Larry, hey Gigi. I'm gonna comment from the hood table channel, which is my other channel, so you guys can go over there. So here's a comment from my other channel because we're gonna be on the hood table channel more often these days than the Tanya Prime Time. So I just commented on the Tanya's Prime Time. I just commented that here's a comment from my other channel. So all you have to do is click on Click next to that comment. It will take you right over to the Hood Table channel. So you can subscribe to that channel and follow that channel. Thank you much, Bar, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Um, but yeah, they wouldn't tell her, what was going on. And I was like, that's so I understand the rights and privacy, but when it comes to that thing and it's your child, I would never understand, especially when you're paying the insurance. I'm paying the insurance and I can't know exactly what's wrong with my child. I don't get it. Unless your child, of course, wants to tell you. When we got in the car afterwards, I was joking around with my son. I'm like, so what they asked? What they asked? Tell me, tell me. I won't be mad. I won't be mad. You know what? What have you done? What is it that why I had to leave the room? It was funny. I said, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll let you have your privacy. I'll let you have your privacy. Hey, Vocals 43. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It is Happy New Year, y'all. Not Happy New Year's. It's only 1 year. It's year 2020, not 2020 years. I love teasing folks about that when they say Happy New Year's with a S. But yeah, it's a shame and it's sad, Vocals. And so now the child has to be on heavy medication, whatever it was that somebody gave them that night, in their weed or in their Mary J. Now because of that, they have to they're on these really really strong drugs for paranoia and what's the other one? Psychotic. It's bad. It's really bad. And again, the mother still doesn't know what her child took. So it's a shame. It's a really shame. Candace says, sad to say, but you're right, Miss Naturally Nolans, to bring him peace. Oh, hold on. Let me go back and read. Hey, nephew, Charming Chucky. Hey, boo. You said Nick was not a bad guy. He was there for them like they were there for him. Yeah, I don't believe that he was a bad guy. I really don't. But with these addictions, you do sometimes you do things that you wouldn't normally do if you were in a sober mind. Like really. Like and don't judge me, don't judge me. I don't judge people. I really don't. If you smoke weed, if you do, other stuff, I ain't gonna judge you. I ain't gonna judge you. Me personally, I'd rather not be with someone who does drugs. That's just me personally. And it was only because like I was addicted to cigarettes for like 13 years. And yeah, cigarettes isn't meth or crack or heroin or codeine or, you know what I mean? It's not wet or any of that stuff, but it's still really hard to get off of cigarettes. And this year be year number 12 that I've been off of cigarettes. So the fact that it took me like a million times to quit cigarettes, I don't like to be involved with somebody who has an addiction, even if it's Mary J. And I know there's probably there are the occasional people who smoke Mary J. And again, I don't judge. A lot of them are my friends and family. I don't judge them. But some people really can't even get addicted to Mary J. And when I was younger, it was always like, who gets addicted to weed? You can't get addicted to weed. Yeah, you can. I done seen people go to the blood bank, donate plasma, give blood, go to the pawn shop, borrow money. I remember one time I seen somebody literally saw and heard them say, okay, I got paid. My check is this amount. I'm gonna take this off the top, which is gonna be for my weed, and it was like $300. This should hold me over till next paycheck. Then after that, they said, okay, now what can I pay on my lights? What can I pay on my phone? What can I pay on my car? They was like trying to. I'm like, they trying to budget out the rest of the money after they took their weed money off the top. I'm like, that's not good. That's not good at all. So yeah, people can get addicted to weed. Hey, the real Brooklyn, what's up? You said Fee O'Brien always want Mama to know what's going on. Let her get the first initial below. I really don't care what nobody else thinks. True, very true. Very true. I know there were certain things like when I went to the hospital when I was younger or had to, and my mother, took me to the hospital. I was pretty open with her, like, because it was never anything bad going on with me. But, once we got to that age where you're 18 and you're still under your parents' insurance, and if you were to go to the hospital for drugs or anything like that, or got an STD or anything like that, the parents are told, you can't be in here unless your child wants you in here. We can't give you their diagnosis unless your child wants to give it to you. So, I mean, I understand, but then again, like I said, it's like when you are paying their insurance and you paying those $100 a month for your child and buying the medicine, like, come on, I want to know something. Like, well, is my child dying? Is my child okay? But anyway. You said congratulations. Congrats. What happened? What happened? Congratulations on. Did I miss something? Hello. Somebody said hello. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Trisha. You know what? If y'all ain't never been subscribed to my channel or never came on my channel before, y'all do know that I like to cross support. I do like to cross support. So everybody in here who has a channel and who is a content creator, could you please put a one in the chat? Please put a one in the chat. And everybody else, please support them other channels. There are a lot of content creators that I'm looking at right now. Real Mamas, The Real Brooklyn, Fee O'Brien, Castro, Munch Bar, Trisha's Movement, Moment, Munch Bar, Miss Natural. No, it's a lot of people in the chat who I know are content creators. Deanna Irvin, oh my God, Deanna, oh my God. Whew. If y'all don't subscribe to Deanna's channel, y'all don't sleep on that one. Please don't sleep on that one. And Trisha's motivation moment. Trisha goes live every single morning with motivational words of encouragement every day. Uh, Fee O'Brien, you're not a content creator. Okay, okay. But whew, yes, can you say congrats to me not smoking cigarettes anymore. Yay! And it's a big deal. It's a big deal for me. I stopped smoking when I was let's see. Oh God, I can't even remember. That was 13 years. Lord. God, time flies. And it was on Halloween. So every Halloween I celebrate me from not smoking anymore. So yeah. But yeah, I'm a cross supporter. So anybody who has a channel who does content, please put a one in the chat so the other people in the chat can know that you are a content creator and they can go check out your channel. But yeah, as far as this Nick guy goes, I know that the family, as far as Whitney and them, she really cared for him and everything. I just drugs and family and it can take a toll. It can really take a toll on the family, especially the children. Um, Again, we didn't have people in our family who's been addicted to stuff, and some of them had got off the drugs and have been clean for years. And I'm so proud of them. I won't mention their names. They might even peek in on the video. I will never mention names of anything personal like that. But I do remember times, when certain people were on drugs and it was really scary. One time I had to call the cops on an individual because their girlfriend was at my door trying to escape from being beaten. I done seen people being dragged down the street because of drugs. I done seen a lot of stuff growing up because of drugs. And it's like you want to step in, but then when you step in, it's like they don't want to hear that because they think they don't even have a problem. And it's hard to convince people who are addicts that they have a problem. And then it's also hard to be there for people who are addicts, um, if they keep continuing to do what they do and it seems like nothing you say helps, like, how do you keep motivating somebody that there's something better for them to get off the drugs? How do you motivate them without seeming like you're being judgmental, or trying to cast a shadow on them, or trying to, make yourself seem like you're better than them? It's like, how do you do that? Sometimes it's like, no matter how much you tell somebody you support them, how many times you take them to the hospital so that they can get evaluated and get help and get counseling and stuff, and then they leave and they go back to the drugs. It's like sometimes you want to just give up. You said you have several crackheads in my family. I love them so much, though. Yes, I'm telling you, I get it. I get it. Oh, Munch Bar says she's not. I know what she's saying, Munch Bar. I know what she's saying. Me myself, I follow a lot of people. Some of them I'm subscribed to. Some of them I just follow them. So I don't get like all their notifications when they go live because I'm not actually subscribed to them. So some people I am subscribed to because I support their channel, and then some people, uh, I just me checking their channel out for the tea, for the tea. But you said, yeah, I have, and you still gotta love them. You still gotta love them. Whether it's a cousin, uncle, parent, your child, you still gotta love them and let them know that you're going to be there for them, especially when they're ready to get off the drugs. And it's been so many times, like one person in in particular that was in my family that was addicted to drugs. The way that he got on drugs was the same way as this other person that I know that I found out about a month ago. He was smoking weed and somebody laced it. Somebody who was selling weed to a lot of people in a certain neighborhood started lacing their weed. So all these people who was buying weed from that particular person, they was letting other people know, man, this person, he got the bomb weed. He got, oh my God, this stuff be having me zone, whatever, however they say it. And so more and more people started getting weed from that individual person who was lacing the drugs. Then next thing you know, all these people's addicted to, not addicted, but are going to this specific person to get their stash. Next thing you know, they start finding out the reason why this man's weed get people so high is because he was lacing it. Next thing you know, those people were more interested in the actual hard drug instead of just the weed. So that is how one person in my family got addicted. And it took them years to get off. And there was many times where me, myself personally, wanted to give up on them, but I didn't. Excuse me. This cold is not going to kick me down. But I didn't give up. And eventually, when it seemed like, after going to all the rehab places so many times, after taking them to rehab and they go for a few days, then they leave, and after years of being addicted, they finally kicked it. It has been sober for years, like for years. And so that's why I say don't ever give up on them, because the minute you might give up on them, the next minute they might be like really serious about quitting the drugs. And then when they look back, they definitely gonna look back on all the people who had their back, all the people who constantly prayed for them and supported them and tried to help them. Instead, you don't want to be that one person to say, "When I was down, you wasn't there. You left me." Whoop, whoop, whoop. Even though they can't like necessarily blame it on you, you know, it, they they can blame it on you and say, well, you weren't there. But then it's like, okay, but it's your fault why this person felt that way about you. So you gotta look at it from both angles. But yeah, But I just noticed something. One second. Hold on. Somebody just posted something. Hold on, I'm reading this. Somebody just tagged me in something. Okay, TMZ. They got Nick Gordon's 911 phone call. 911 dispatch call. Let's see. Okay, it says here and newly published audio footage of the dispatch report of the 911 call concerning Nick Cannon's death. The dispatcher can be heard describing Gordon, 30, as unresponsive and having black stuff coming out of his mouth. After listing the hotel's address where Gordon was found, the dispatcher said in the TMZ recording, patient is 30-year-old male, not conscious, not breathing. The caller advised black stuff coming out of the mouth and he is not breathing. The 911 call came in as a cardiac respiratory on New Year's Day. And as previously reported, Gordon, who was the romantic partner of the late Bobby Kristina Brown, was rushed to the hospital where he died of an apparent drug overdose. Hmm. But his attorney Joe Hibachi of Atlanta, said in a statement that he couldn't speak to the nature of Gordon's death, but that is truly heartbreaking to have witnessed firsthand the total devastation that drug addiction has wreaked upon a group of young friends, all of whom were loved and had immense potential. Hibachi said that Nick, despite the challenges that he had faced in recent years, he worked very hard to hold his head up and stay sober, and he genuinely wanted a happy, healthy life with his family and more than anything else. So his heart goes out to his family and friends who he left behind, and to any other family dealing with losses and heartaches caused by drugs. But yeah, this death happens, more than 4 years after Bobby Christina Brown's. Bobby Christina Brown, she died in June of 2015 from a drug overdose at 22 years old. She was the sole heir of her mother, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston, when she passed, she had a multi-million-dollar estate. It was all going to Bobby Christina. A lot of people have said, alleged that Nick, was with Bobby Christina because of money, but some people say he really, really, really did care about her, and it wasn't all about a money thing. But Whitney passed in 2012. Bobby Christina died in 2015. And now Nick Gordon, Bobby Christina's ex-boyfriend, dies at 30 years old. Really, really sad. Really sad. Yes, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's really, really sad. Really, really sad. Linda Lawrence just subscribed to the channel. Thank you. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you. I really appreciate it. The Hood Table channel, for those of y'all who don't know, was mainly created um, to make content regarding my hood in Omaha, Nebraska. But it's not totally content from just my hood. It's from other hoods, trending news, media news. We'll be doing a lot of interviews over here, especially involving the African American community. I did an interview 4 days ago, or was it 3 days ago? 3 or 4 days ago with a relative of Gabrielle Union. A lot of y'all don't know that Gabrielle Union is from Omaha, Nebraska, where I live, where I'm born and raised. And she has a very, very, very large family here in Omaha, Nebraska. She still has family here in Omaha, Nebraska. She still comes home for Omaha Days, which is every 2 years. We have a Native Omaha Day celebration every 2 years. She comes in, she brings Dwayne Wade, her husband. They come to the Husker games here, Nebraska Cornhuskers. Um, but yeah, Gabrielle Union is from Omaha, Nebraska. And so one of her relatives, Mark Nichols, he's an author. Um, and he's part of the Dozens of Cousins, which is who Gabby is from, the Dozens of Cousins. And so we spoke to him like 3, 4 days ago about his book, which is called I'm on the Right Road Now. Um, and we spoke about the history of the Dozens of Cousins, where also Gabrielle Union comes from. So that was a really, really great interview. We did it like 3 or 4 days ago. So that is what the Hood Table is about. And it's normally going to be a collaboration channel. Sisters from Another Mister is our motto. Sisters from Another Mister. Sometimes, like today, I'll be live by myself. But generally, when we do reviews, when we do interviews, um, it'll be two women, me and always somebody else. The other day it was me and a good friend of mine, one of my dance partners from a dance team we used to be on. um, the last few collaborations before that have been with Carmel Diva, who is like my main co-host. And you said Huskers for life. Yes, Huskers for life. Woo woo. O-N-E. But yeah, Candace, Gabrielle Union is from the Dozens of Cousins. She is part of the Bryant Fisher lineage. Yes. You missed it. Oh, well, yeah. Check out the replay. Check out the replay. Check out the replay. But yeah, Gabrielle Union is part of the Dozens of Cousins, and that is a very, very large family. They call it the Dozens of Cousins not only because years and years ago, like over 100 years ago, there was a family. They used to be slaves. Um, it was a black. Okay, It's a black slave, and the woman who the black man eventually married, the woman's father was a plantation owner. So you know how it used to go back then. The plantation owners, they would sleep with the slaves and they would create babies. So that's what had happened. So one of their ancestors, her father was a plantation owner. Her mother, of course, was one of the slaves, and another slave had wanted to marry her, so he bought her, he purchased her, and they went off and got married. They eventually moved to Nebraska, and they moved to South Omaha, Nebraska. And from then, the time staying in South Omaha, Nebraska, they had started having reunions every year, started having kids. Eventually, there was like all these cousins who derived from that. And when the oldest ancestor when the matriarch had passed away, she asked the family members, her sisters and them, to make sure that they keep the family together and continue to have family reunions. And so every year since then, every year they've had a family reunion here in Omaha, Nebraska. And again, Gabrielle Union, she comes back home here to Omaha, Nebraska. They have a big, big, big weekend reunion. I've attended, I think, twice. I think I attended them twice. They always at Carter Lake, and they are huge. And they have, for the Dozens of Cousins, they have 12 big tents every year. They have 12 big tents to represent each family of the Dozens of Cousins. And under each tent, they have pictures. They have a history of the family, and it's huge. It's huge. And the governor actually, 2 years ago, the governor had honored them with an award for the longest standing consecutive family reunions in Omaha, Nebraska. It was their 100th family reunion 2 years ago. So this year would be 102. Yeah, this year would be 102. But yeah, you said they are deep. Few of my peeps are part of that clan. Yes, they are deep. They are really deep. So yeah, and Gabrielle Union, when she does interviews and speak on Omaha, she always mentions Omaha. She mentions the dozens of cousins, where she's from and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I had an interview with one of her cousins like 3 days ago, Mark Nichols, Mr. Mark Nichols. But yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to talk to Gabby. I never spoke to her like in person. Like when she was growing up, we were from two different hoods, and she wasn't like. I mean, she wasn't famous then, so it wasn't like somebody I would just go to and be like, "Oh my God, Gabrielle!" If I would have saw her in the street, it would have been like just some regular chick in Omaha. You know what I mean? So, and the hood where I'm from, they probably stay. Let's see. They actually probably stayed less than a mile away, but we just never ran into each other. And then she moved away. They had moved to California. She went to high school out there, then went to college, and then she got into acting and got into modeling and got into yeah. So that's when she like blew up. So she didn't blow up when she was living in Omaha, but these are where her roots are. But yeah, so I seen her a few times in person at one of our Omaha Day celebrations. She was riding in a back of a drop top, on the back of the drop top, waving and stuff like if she was the Queen of England. It was cool. But and then we seen her a few other times at a few different other Omaha Day celebrations, kicking around with her family. But yeah, it is really cool. It's really cool. We have a lot of celebrities from Omaha, Nebraska. A lot of celebrities that not too many people know they're from Omaha. But yeah, so that with that being said, thank you again to all the new subscribers on this channel. Again, we will be going live tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So no matter where you are, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will get the notification when we go live, so that we can have a discussion on sexual trafficking, especially with children, and sexual abuse in the African American community. So everybody on the Tyans Prime Time channel that's watching, I have commented in the link in the chat from the Hood Table. So click on the Hood Table link. It will take you to the Hood Table channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm going live on the Hood Table channel. Because a lot of things I'm going to do on the Hood Table channel is other things I will be doing on Tanya's Primetime TV. Tanya's Primetime TV will soon just become mostly of TV show reviews, TV shows, Netflix, documentaries, trending news. And the Hood Table channel is going to be mostly things that goes on in the hood, our neck of the wood, your neck of the wood, wherever, in different hoods. We'll also talk about things, African American news, trending news, we'll do interviews. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot that I do on the Hood Table channel. So that's why I'm making sure that most of you are subscribed to the Hood Table channel. But yes, 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 yes. She stayed on the block as some of your cousins. Oh, okay, Candace. That's what's up. Candace, you need to hit me up because I still have to do my interview with you. Okay? You need to get on my calendar. We need to work some things out because I have been trying to interview you, Candace, for, oh my God, like 4 or 5 months now. Candace, you better call me. Don't have me come over to your house. I know where you live. But yes, Candace Barnes in the chat. She's from Omaha, Nebraska. She's a really, really good friend of mine. We grew up together in them streets. We grew up together in those streets, y'all. That was one of my running buddies back in the day. But now we grown. Now we grown and we on our grown woman stuff now these days. But anyway, yes, Candace hit me up because I do want to bring you on the platform and I want to interview with you. Candace and I We're going to have, I'm not going to say what the interview is going to be out right now. After we talk and we set it up, then I'll put the notification out what the interview is. Oh, I know you've been busy, honey. I know. I know. I've been busy. I've been busy, girl. I've been busy too. Trying to work on both of these channels, and then my cake decorating business, and then my regular job, and then the kids. So I get it. I get it. I truly get it. So, and a lot of you guys, I know, who was that earlier? Was that Castro? Somebody who was saying that they're not in any per se YouTube clicks, or something like that. Somebody had mentioned something like that. Um, I definitely believe in cross support. So, and there's a lot of people that I do support on this platform. A lot of people, and I just want to let you know, some of you guys who might be going to Vegas, Club Chat Vegas Gate, aka Vegas Gate, this April. I will be there. I will be there. I am going to be catering the desserts. I am a custom cake decorator, personal custom cake decorator, so I will be decorating the desserts, making cakes and things down there. So a lot of you who might be affiliated with Club Chat, or might support Sean Bradley's channel, just let you know, if y'all happen to be going to Vegas next April, I will be there. I will be there. So what I'm about to do is put the link to. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm about to put the link to my cake decorating YouTube channel, because I actually have three channels. I have Tanya's Primetime TV, which is mostly TV show reviews. That's what it's mostly about. Then I have the Hood Table channel, which is the Hood Table channel. And then I have Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice. So I'm gonna put the Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice in here. You can check that channel out. I do live cake decorating on that channel. So let me put the link in there for that real quick. I've never been to Vegas either. I've always wanted to go. Okay, here's the link for my live cake decorating channel. Okay, I just put the link in there to my live cake decorating channel. But I've never been to Vegas either, and I've always wanted to go to Vegas. Everybody on the Tanya's Primetime TV channel, please go over to the Hood Table channel, DA Hood Table, the Hood Table. Please go over to the Hood Table channel. That's where we are live right now, and subscribe to that channel, please, and thank you very much. Thank you. But I've never been to Vegas before, so when Sean Bradley asked me to, he has seen a lot of my work, a lot of my cakes, a lot of my specialized specialty design custom cake work, and he was like, would you like to come to Vegas and make some cakes for our event? And me being, I support that channel, I support him. I've always wanted to go to Vegas, and I absolutely enjoy being a custom cake decorator. I was like, heck yeah. I was like, heck yeah. Thank you much, Bar. I appreciate it. That is what I really, really love to do. Some of y'all saw the video of the new location for my cake decorating that we found. I think I posted that like 2 weeks ago. Finally found a new location. We're supposed to be moving in February 1st. February 1st. I have been looking for a location that wasn't too big, wasn't too small, had all the kitchen equipment, commercial kitchen, equipment that we already needed, up to code. It was really hard in a long time, that we have been searching. Myself as a custom cake decorator, and my friend who is she's a caterer as well. She doesn't specialize in cake. She specializes in just cooking regular food, all different types of food though, but she don't specialize in cakes. So we have been trying to find a place that was big enough for both of us, um, but not too big because we didn't want a large overhead. So we finally found somewhere. Finally found somewhere. We got the homie hookup too. It was like somebody had knew that she was looking, I was looking. They hit her up, she hit me up. We went down, we looked at it, and it was like, oh my god! It was like this is perfect. This is a perfect space. And being that I'm a custom cake decorator, when you're a personal custom cake decorator, you don't always be busy like every day. There are certain times when you're not busy, then there are certain times when you're real busy, especially around, oh my God, graduations. Woo, which will be coming up soon in May. Graduations, I swear, boy, that's a busy time. Christmas, Thanksgiving, that's a busy time. Valentine's Day is a busy time. And then throughout the years, just mostly birthdays, anniversaries, weddings. So, and as far as caterers, they don't necessarily have a catering job every day. So it's perfect for us because we won't always be in each other's hair. We won't always be, and it's a big enough space too where even if we were, it's we good, but it won't always be like we'll always be there at the same time. So it's perfect. It's perfect. So I'm excited, yes. And then Candace, I don't know if you saw the video, but in the back of the location is a huge yard, and it's a patio, and it's all lit up and stuff, and it's beautiful. And so when it gets warm, we're gonna have like a kind of like a party, a gathering, a grand opening, something like that once it gets warm. So yeah. Well, thank you. So yes, the link I just posted above is my live cake decorating channel. If y'all want to check that out, y'all want to watch me decorate cakes. When I do my live cake decorating, I generally will find a topic that I want to discuss, regardless if it's a TV show, something going on in the news, anything. And I'll discuss it with you while I'm decorating the cakes. So, or the cupcakes, or chocolate covered strawberries, or whatever else, whatever the order is for that I'm working on, I'll discuss it with you live while I'm decorating. You can see me do from start to finish, you know. But, yep, so yes. So Candace, hit me up so we can talk, so I can get you on the show, so I can do an interview with you on the show. The topic we're going to discuss with you, I'm really excited to, you know, discuss on the show. But yeah. So anyway, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. I'm working on the interview tonight. I got up early this morning, jotting down some questions, jotting down some topics that we're going to be discussing with the sex trafficking and sexual abuse in the African American community interview that we're doing tonight with the clinical psychologist. So I need to just make sure I got everything jotted down. If y'all have any questions for this lady tonight, please take those questions down. Somebody already, like when I was talking to you guys, somebody had hit me up because they said, when you talk to the lady tonight, could you please ask her this? And so I told them to send me exactly the questions that they want me to ask this clinical psychologist on sex trafficking, and we will ask her. But we will still have the phone lines open. You can ask questions in the chat tonight, or you can call in and you can talk to her personally. But whatever you have that you think you want to talk about within sexual abuse in the African American family, in our own families, in our own community, or on sexual trafficking, whatever your questions are, write them down so that when we come on tonight, you will already have them prepared, and you can ask her what's her opinion on this, or how she feels about this, or whatever the question is that you want to ask her. So again, that's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. Make sure you have the notification bell set and are subscribed to Da Hood Table, DA Hood Table. So make sure you are subscribed to that channel. Thank you for everybody who has just recently subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. We're trying to get up to our 1,000, our first 1,000 subscribers. So we're on our way. to our first 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you please support this channel, share the live out, hit the like button. And again, I truly appreciate every single one of you on all my channels. My Tanya's Primetime TV channel, The Hood Table, and Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice, my live cake decorating channel. So I'm out, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. I'm about to take some more cold medicine. Y'all can tell I'm still a little stuffed up. Take some more cold medicine. Drink me some tea, some honey, and some lemons. I might mess around and make me a hot toddy. How much time do I got? We got 9 hours. I might can make slide, making me a hot toddy, and I'd be a little woo woo woo, and be okay by the night. But so yes, thank you, Candace. Thanks. You gonna hit me up? Okay, cool beans, cool beans. So with everybody else, with after everything else we just talked about, keep Nick Gordon's family and loved ones in your prayers. Regarding this untimely death of his, I know some people said they expected it to happen eventually, but I don't know. I don't know why. I just didn't expect this to happen because of the fact that it seemed like he was doing so well. So well, after losing Bobby Christina and then him being sober and working and got a job and all that. So you just never know. You never know what life holds for you, you guys. So go into this new year positive, on a positive note. If there's things that you've been thinking about doing, do it. Do not wait. Do not procrastinate. If it's a book you want to write, if it's a YouTube channel you want to start, if it's a business you want to venture out and in, if it's family that you want to make amends with, friends, whatever. We never know how long we got on this earth, y'all. We just passing through. Just passing through. So, with that being said, I hope everybody's having a happy new year so far. And I will see y'all tonight on the Hood Table channel for our interview on sexual trafficking, child trafficking, and sexual abuse within the African American community. So, until we meet again, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.